Right, can everyone see and hear me? Just had a bit of technical issues, my bad. Great. Right, anyone looking at anything? Came on the charts, so let me check news first. Think nothing upcoming in the next 3.5 hours, so should be all good. Oops, I think YouTube cannot see. Hang on. Sorry. Why Uncle Roger Ruri? Is it because I'm Asian? Right. Hello everyone. Not reflective, no worries. Come on, whatever medium that works for you. Okay, so based on yesterday, the daily did nothing. It's still in that little tiny range, but it closed slightly higher than before, but not higher than the previous candles. So we might still see around a bit of chop today. Hence, that's why this data is like that on the 4-hour. Okay, I'm still. Let me look at the week. So as long as this, because we have not closed below 135,500, so I'm still remaining bullish. On the last 4-hour close that just passed, closed as a bullish doji here, and then on the 1 hour it's bullish as well. So for now I'm long bias all the way till potentially 136,500 again, back to that old zone. Yeah, GJ is ranging because yesterday's daily did nothing, Evan. Close bullish, but still nothing. Continuing to range. I think it's probably waiting for... What's that? So tonight is... Today is FOMC. So the Fed's going to give their decision. So usually on weeks like this, we see most of the pairs in the market actually just range. How did you draw the lines? Raja usually draws zones. Andrea, I think the code might be wrong. You wanna resend it? Nick, lines or zones, they mean the same thing. I just put them as lines so that my chart is not so messy. So basically, if I draw it something like this, right? If you go down to the 30-minute, and you know that price is approaching that level, so you would just be a bit careful when you're near it. So it's a preference thing. Also, I prefer to use lines for the higher time frames, and then on the lower time frame, like the 30 or the 15, then I'll use boxes. GJ cost you your 2 days profit. Oh, did you overtrade, Paul? Should have been quite good though the moves were a bit later. So have a look at GU. So Nick, like if you look at this one here, right? The reason why on GU there are boxes here is because if you look at the lower time frame on the 30, so last night I didn't have all this data here. or rather yesterday. So I traded till midnight. Yeah. So this was what we saw yesterday. So at this point, I drew up this zone here because on the 15th, right? It's a lower time frame zone, so this was previous resistance that turned support. So I was expecting price to actually have some reaction over here. That's why I drew a zone on the lower time frame to just warn me. Yeah, but it's not a higher time frame zone like the hourly or the 4-hourly, so it's just boxes. So if you look at it, they tend not to be respected, so I know that I can clean them off on the next day. That makes sense. The bias bearish now? No. On the GBPs, I'm still long biased. Because the last hourly close and the 4-hourly close was actually bullish, so I am long biased now. Right. So for EJ, so if we look at EJ now, it's coming into this previous daily support that was held. So potentially if it breaks below 124,820, then we should be looking for shorts. So it tried to break, but then now it's pushing back up again. So this shows that this previously it did it also, see? Over here and then push back up. So there's clearly some demand over this area. And if let's say we break it, this is the next area that should hold. But anything below 124,400, we should be coming down all the way to 124. Hello, Sandra. Hello, Ella. Hello, everybody. Will I buy for EJ? No, not yet. So now it's sitting on the daily zone that I have, right? If we look at the 30-minute, okay, let's look at the hour first, because the 30 is quite choppy. So if we look at the 30-minute, if you look at the hour, right? This area on the left here, it was previous resistance, and then you see how EJ is pinning and not closing above. So if you really want to buy EJ, I would prefer to buy it above this zone at 124,900. Yes, a bit cleaner. Then you take it to at least this area here at 125, 125.30. Sorry, 03. Yeah, at least to this area. How many pips is this? 12. Yeah, but nothing inside here for me. Some sells on London Open, but 135,500 is gonna be an issue on GJ. Yes, it's still ranging. So if we look at the hour, right, this is the new hourly support that was formed, the most recent hourly support. So as long as it remains and closes above this line, I am still long bias heading up to at least 136, 350. Yeah, today the New York session is probably gonna be very choppy because we have FOMC later, so don't rush into trades. And then 8:30 we also have US and Canadian news, so just gonna chop till then. Oh man, how come I cannot open everybody's link? Be me. Oh, Andre, I got it. My bad, I think it was me. And let's see. I'm on this EU trade. Daily candles bullish, 4 hour candles bullish, yep. So long bias. Entered the trade when it broke the high. Ooh, nice. What's this? Okay, 30-minute resistance. Wow, that's a really tight stop. Did it have new support forming on the 15th? Ooh, no support. Yeah, Sandra GJ is just ranging. There's a lot of news today. Target level, bearish closure, resistance. House entries. Ooh, nice. Top range move. Great, not bad. UCAT will be messy. Yes, definitely. Stuck in a range since broke out, came back into the range. It's been stuck in an even tinier range on the 4 hour. Probably gonna see a bigger breakout to probably test the highs, or maybe this area here. Yeah, if I look for buys, it will be above 135, 900 for now. Just stuck. So there's news. Yep, there's news, guys. This FOMC day. Normal. If you look back, every FOMC day, this is what happens. And to me, the consolidation is good because then the breakout would have a very decent move if you're patient. And when everything is boring, everything is ranging. Even EJ is ranging. Nothing. Oh, you mean this move up? Yeah. I saw it. This one. I think Chris wanted to catch this all the way up to 138. Almost halfway there. Hi L, can you please show an example of where pair was not ranging? I don't go and search for other pairs. Sorry, because I only trade this. I think I know why you're asking. You're trying to find pairs that are not trending so that you can trade them. But that's not my focus. If not, then it'll be a never-ending game. There are so many pairs. I'm new to Forex and every day it feels like everything is ranging. You need to understand why it's ranging, because on weeks where you have a lot of news, like especially bad news from the US, the market tends to do this. ECB, the Fed, UK not so much. Yeah, these two markets usually affect the market as a whole, so you need to know which markets are bigger and will cause an overall consolidation. Could you post the Zoom link and password in Discord, please? Spoonman, the link is the same for the entire week. Yeah, Manish, just stick to maybe a few pairs. I don't know how many pairs you have on your list. I used to have 23, now I only have 3. Yeah. Ah, GCAT has Candy has news today too. Right? So that's why you have nothing. Yeah. GCAT. Let's have a look at GCAT. Yeah, Ivan 23 become 3. Enough. It's more than enough, to be frank. Because you kind of want to understand the pair's behavior, so you know when it's like a wick that's gonna flip and change direction, and when it's gonna be like a trade that you shouldn't take. So like with GJ, I think more or less we've got an understanding of it. But if you ask me about other pairs, other than my list, I cannot really tell you. I mean, Samurai Survivor. To me, GJ and GU move similarly. It's just that GU is slower, but I think Raja has a different stand. Because if you look at it, right, let's see. Let's compare the charts. Okay. Ah. They move kinda similarly. So see, if when GJ has, so GJ is the one in the candlesticks. The blue line is GU. So if you look at GJ, when it falls, GU falls also. When it rises, GJ also rises. So it moves fairly similarly. Yeah, GJ has, yeah, Evan, you're right. GU has 2 active pairs. That's why. Like 2 things fighting against each other. Like EU. That's why I take EJ over EU. Oh, Manish, so I guess it's better to stay away from the market then when so many news is coming out. Um, yes, if you feel like you cannot control yourself from executing on trades, then yes, just stay away for today. But if you want to learn, if you want to live backtest and watch how the market forms during days like this, then sitting down and watching how the price behaves is actually quite valuable. Just got to have discipline not to. Yeah, and then just make notes, screenshot your charts or whatever, so that you know on days like this, it trends like this. It gives you a bit more patience in waiting for trades also. If UJ consolidates, then GJ follows you. I think all three of them just consolidate at similar timings, to be frank. But either way, I'm not too bothered by the correlations. I just trade what I see. I have my bias for the day, and then I just take everything in line with the bias to make it a bit easier. Yeah, Shane. So I don't understand why people worry about correlating, creating more. Yeah, don't worry about the correlations, because sometimes they really don't matter. Whatever, your wallpaper is damn fierce. I suddenly saw a ball of fire on my screen. Okay. Yeah, Manish, I'll keep the questions coming. Not sure if you know about baby pips. You can check it out as well if you need some understanding of certain things that we talk about. Sorry, Usman, I missed it out. If is hourly, if price continues moving up, we should hit 136,400 again. Yep. Price breaks above and creates support at 135,900. Clean buys to 36,100. Major rejection on 4-hour candle twice. Okay. So, are you long biased as well? Leon, you can't get in. The link should be the same though, because the guys can get in. The Discord link. Did you click the wrong one? Because this is for New York. This is the first one. Leon. Could it be GJ creating support on the daily like GU? I think it already created yesterday. Yeah, yesterday already created it. Let's see. PP Rick. 1 hour double bottom support. Yeah, Evan just said this. 1 hour double bottom support formed here with clean candles on the left to retest highs of 30-minute zone here. Okay. Notice how the 30-minute zone formed with previous support, now forming resistance to retest. Okay. Tips already secured. Close full after. Nice. Oh wait, I saw wrongly. Bullish close above. Ooh. Bullish close above most recent support taken at the break of the previous 30-minute high. Why not this? Why not the previous candle? Was it because the stop was too big? Yeah, okay. I don't think it was risk. I don't think it's very risky as long as you understand that you're trading in the range. So if for you like the minimum risk reward that you need is 1, then this looks okay. Because you have this clean candle that was waiting to be cleared, right? So that's exactly what GJ did. Leon, you clicked the wrong link. Never read. There are 2, okay, guys. I pasted it for the entire week. Save me some time. Because sometimes I'm rushing. Yeah, so next week I'll change the links and I'll delete this and then I'll put a new set. So it's a bit cleaner for y'all. By the way, yesterday GU went to your sell place. Yeah, but it stopped me out before that.
I think GU is still going up until the news come out later at 2.
GU probably will not really have a very clean move today. So if I'm gonna focus, I'll probably only focus on GJ and EJ today. Because I want to stay out of USD's way. Hey L, which one do you prefer? Break of body or waiting for the wick break? David, it really depends. So for example, if I am entering, so sometimes I do take entries of the 15 as well. So if it's the 15, right, sometimes I do wait for the wick to break. So that at least there's a bit more confirmation. But if it's the 30, I'm fairly comfortable taking the break of the body. So you need to do a bit of backtesting to see when which scenario would actually apply. Okay, 30 minutes. I like that all your charts are like nicely marked. Raja has like very badly marked charts. Sometimes like naked charts have nothing, then you have to guess. You guys have like properly marked charts. Okay, down, retest. Then you're taking it down. Okay. Wait for next 30-minute candle. We'll enter when. What's the overall trend on this? Oh, bearish. Where's your take profit? Okay. Ah, okay. Yeah, daily's bearish. 4 hours bearish. Yeah, it looks good to clear. Down to 75.7.
Looking for sell.
Yeah. Easy move to clear this candle, I think.
4 hour? Let's take a look at 4 hour.
Should come down. But you might face a bit of rejection here. So price might stall. Somewhere around this. Yeah, so this whole area, right? I see a bit of problem.
What about the daily?
Daily is forming bearish.
Forming bearish.
Look, the wick so clear though. Should come down, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's just that I see based on the 4 hour. So you see exactly where I drew the zone, right? Then you see this like candle forming. So price, if I were you to pack, I would take it below on the lower time frame. So you can head down to maybe the 15. Wait for some kind of test and new resistance to form to clear your candle down. Yeah. Area is a bit dirty.
Right. Because it may flip back up after creating another support.
Resistance, you mean?
It will create a support because now it's a breakout candle.
Yeah, if it goes back up, then at least you'll be kept safe. But if you enter now, right, then it forms support, then it's like, oh man, it's wasted your money on a trade. But if you take it slightly below, so if you clean up the zones, so this is like a really huge zone, and then you'll be like, oh my god, how do I take a trade? If you clean it up based on the lower time frames, just somewhere over here. So try to catch as many wicks as possible. So I think it's somewhere like this. And maybe around this area. Yeah, then you can take a retest down. So the reason why I drew something like this is because you see support. So I started from this area, so this area was a problem, right? So there are wicks stopping here. Resistance, let me make it bigger. So resistance, and then tested support, then broke. Tested as recent resistance, right? So it came back. Now it's doing a test again. Ideally, you want it to come down. So come down, then go back up, and then come back down again. Oh, my arrow is so ugly. Yes. Want to retest. You just hit take profit. Nice. More range for GG. Yes. Yeah, if the left side here is just dirty. If it breaks above, then this candle here might get clean. But you need a break. It's above this area here. But still risky because you'll be coming to wicks on the left.
Today is just boring, no trade day.
Yeah, it's Wednesday also. Wednesdays, like a lot of the times it consolidates. Technically, Monday and Tuesday we had fairly big moves, I think. No,
Yeah.
Monday we didn't have. Yeah, Monday we didn't have. But yesterday was okay, but.
Yesterday caught too much already.
Especially you. How many did you take yesterday, man? Took like what, 5?
I took 4 trades. Two in New York, 2 in London. The EJ was just
Oh
a
yeah, you held
normal.
it, right?
I run to your TP.
Support above 135, 930 will be a blast if it comes. 930. Let's see. Yeah, I might blast to 136. The real clean blast will come above 136.03. That's the one. This is what I'm looking for today. Let's see. Waiting for the 1 hour candle to close above resistance or 30-minute candle close. Oh, that's high. But yeah, it's cleaner above there. How big is this here? Would you not want this, Emmanuel? Or maybe not. Okay, scratch that. Ignore me. Tiny. Look at gold. I think gold is ranging. Dollar P 2020. I'm not familiar with gold. I don't trade it, okay? So I'm just watching structure. I know how to read structure, but I don't know how. I haven't gotten a firm grip on gold's behavior. So, but it looks like it's forming similar structure as GJ. Evan, do you trade? You don't trade gold also, right? Oh, he went away. Yeah, sorry, dollar. I mean, you want me to have a look at structure, then I can do it. But if you are asking me to read where gold is going, I can tell you I'm not very confident. Yeah. Definitely coming to resistance. So if you want to take like this move here for $15, you want to retest at this daily level. Oh, yeah. You need it to break above. So right now, if you can see, right, it's just rejecting this previous high that was made near the daily level. Anything above with a retest and support, then you should be good to clear the candles on the left. But yes, Jane said it right. Gold is going to be dangerous today because of the FOMC news, so just be careful. Zoom only for your students of Forex Simulator? No, it's not. So the Discord is here. Oh, I think it's not on the YouTube link. No, so my Zoom only has space for 100 people. So if I think there's still space, you can join if you want. Just that some of them prefer YouTube because Zoom makes their computer slow down. Where is it? Yeah, second, let me put the link up. There you go. Should be able to see. Major news coming tomorrow, monetary policy, MPC. Yeah, tomorrow is UK news. So today is US, which affects the overall market. Tomorrow is BO Eastern. Ooh. Right. Definitely no trade. Just wait for a retest. But at least it broke above this consolidation area. Is it worth purchasing magic keys from Raja? Would you recommend it, and has it helped you on your trades? I think it has, because I really can. Sometimes if I don't really want to manage the trade, I just set like auto break even, partial take profit, partial stop loss on my chart, and then I walk off. Like especially if I'm gonna have like my dinner or something, I set everything in place and then I just go off. So if you want to watch a tutorial on it first to give you a bit more insight, just check out my YouTube video. I think I did one there. Yeah, then you can decide whether you want to buy it. But I wouldn't say that it is a must. This one here, magic keys. If not, then you can go under playlist, and then it should be under trading tools, the only video.
Hey guys,
Yeah.
so
Check it out first before you buy, because magic keys is really not a must, to be frank. So what is this behavior? It's just GJ being GJ, because if you look at it, right, the 4-hour formed support of this level over here, which was previously also another support. closed higher as higher support on the 4-hour, and then it closed bullish. Yes, it's a doji, but it still closed bullish on the recent 4-hour close, and then the 1-hour also closed bullish. So you have strong bullish momentum now, so that's why it would push through. And then at this timing, usually anytime from 5:30 onwards till when Raja comes on, sometimes there is a push as well, but can't jump in on a trade like this. You wait for it to pull back. Jace, I'll look at your chart in a bit. I need to go and get water. It became beautiful. Yeah, you had strong bullish momentum, so it would push, but again, this is all hindsight, right? Okay, you can still grab it, so I think you would feel better grabbing it above 135,900 because it's cleaner, there's less obstruction. Have a look. Power broke through previous strong power. Okay, price idea. Wow, that's deep. Price idea, price to drop to follow support, respect and reject the zone, close with rejection wicks. Cross entry. Yes, wouldn't that be a it'd be quite deep though, the retracement, because you want it on the want it to clear basically all the way down, but I don't think it will. It might just test your zones that you have here. Quick question. What made you not get on the break of that resistance at 135,900? Yeah, I don't. So if you were to get in on this, right, Julian, it will most likely be an impulse move. So if I'm going to impulse entry into this, I'm going straight into my resistance. So no, I have this thing in the way. I would rather be above it. So I think I called out like GJ would push earlier also because the 1 hour and the 4 hour already closed bullish, but like there's no way to catch this. Unless on the 15th, you see some support form near this zone, then yes, I might have hopped in. But on this, there was nothing indicating an entry for me. So, okay. No FOMO, no FOMO. Get it? You want GJ to just smash through this zone. Then, when it loses a bit of steam, you can still catch it over here. When it tests above this area, you would still be able to get an entry when it breaks above and does a retest. Then you would have another 20 plus bit move clean here. You explain again, please. Mark 1 hour support and then which time frame to trade and how. The time frame of entry is really dependent on yourself and your backtesting. I cannot tell you which time frame to trade because it's based on your own risk appetite. And then if you look and follow the way like me or Raja has been trading, we usually trade the breakouts. So if you don't understand breakouts, you might need to do a bit more research on it. So breakouts, like this is a breakout. I trade the breakout and the retest. So I'll wait for new support to be formed off a zone. Yeah, so PP rig. Yeah, so you didn't like this zone, that's why you would have closed it. So I don't think there would have been a way you have caught this entire move also. This could have been news. Let's have a look. Nothing. GJ being GJ. And GU being GU. I usually predict these breakouts and I'm good to catch them pips, but I don't feel confident just yet. If you manage to predict the breakout, there must have been something that gave you confidence that this would happen before that. Like for me, I was confident that this would happen. Just I didn't expect such a big candle, but I know that it should break the 1 hour zone because the 4 hour close bullish and the 1 hour close bullish. So if I miss, so if I know there's going to be bullish momentum coming, I'll be waiting for new support to be forming either as near to this zone as possible so that I can just break through it. If not, then I'm expecting a candle like this, which I probably might not be able to catch. And I'll just wait for the retest. Identify what was the trigger, maybe. Then next time you'll feel a bit more confident to take it. Or you might be able to form like some kind of solution or strategy to take it even with like this resistance on top.
Wow.
Yes, wow. Okay, here closes above 125.31. Do you think it will continue up? 130.25.031. Yes, it will. Yes, Adam, you are right. So clean buys above 130.25.03. Buys above 136.100. I think 136.100 was our zone yesterday. Yeah, it was. This was the zone you took, right, Evan? Asia high, then no, you took the bottom one. Sorry, this one. And
Wow.
bam, yeah, you took that one, right?
Yeah. Correct.
But you were calling for the retracement to 100. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, but it didn't happen.
Nope. It did. Like much later, then it smashed through. Okay, so yeah, just waiting for a retest. If I want to buy GJ, I would like to see 4 hourly break. Strong resistance above 136.6. Oh, that's a very long wait. But looking at the 4 hour range, it looks they're going down formation like Uncle Ted said. Okay. Just ranging. To me, this is just range for now. Couldn't you have entered off the 30-minute close past resistance? since we were anticipating price to go up. On GJ, no. You mean entered off the 30-minute candle close past resistance. There was no close past resistance though. My resistance is here. Unless you're talking about resistance here, mine was on top, so I didn't have any closes above it before this candle.
Very nice setup for N1.
Yeah.
Hi, Eleanor.
Hello.
Did I pronounce your name correctly?
Yeah, you can just call me L. It's easier. But yeah, you got it right.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for the your looking into the thing before for GBP CAD.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm in a trade. I've just shared a chart with you on Zoom. Would you mind just having a look, please? Hopefully it opens up.
This one, right? Do you think... Oh, but do you think GU will retest 1 points... Oh, GCAT, right?
Yes.
I think you meant GCAT. Okay, do you think it will retest 1.7? Ooh, that's... Okay, let me see.
Yes.
It's very deep though. That's a very deep pullback. Let me see. But
Have
yeah.
a look at it on 2-hourly. Looks like it's a clean move to the next level, which is 1.71.
1.70. Would you not be bothered about this area here? 705 first. Then after that. Okay, so these are like some obstructions that I see price pausing at. I do think it will come till 71.3 potentially, but it will have like... So once it reaches here, it will chop for a bit, and then it will go up again, and it will chop again, and then it will continue up to clean these candles on the left. So that's what I think. But you are asking if it will retest 170, which is here, right?
Yeah.
I possibly this area instead. Yeah, not as deep as 170.
Sorry, what area is that? I can't really see.
7018. 1.7018.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically this most recent resistance formed on the 1 hour. Because if you look left, this was the most recent resistance where it closed and then wicked. Yeah, so I think it might come down to this area first. So like this, come down to this area. So it's not that deep. Yeah, but 170 is a bit deep because then you'd be looking at like support.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
It's just gonna run.
G.
How can you not respect level?
She has no respect for human life, like Raja says. Okay, let me start with you. Hello, Essie. Nice to see you.
Oh well,
forming on
once it hit 136.500, I can take a sell.
500 sell.
Yeah.
Waiting for GJ forming for above. Yes, I see, you are right. So am I. I'm just waiting for support to be formed here. You can't push forever. You will have to take a break. Oops, my check keeps moving.
Yeah, because that 4-hour level is very strong.
36,500, right? Yeah.
Yes, it should hold.
Yeah. Reflective GJ support forming on 5. I think you know I don't look at the 5. Yeah, but I mean, yes, I see what you're seeing. It pinned the zone and then it's continuing up. It's risky, but seeing that the momentum is strong, then 5-minute support should hold. But it's risky. Is it reliable to see a support being formed on a lower time frame and take a buy off that? How low? So I just said that the 5-minute is risky. I think you're on the same spot as reflective. Now there's clearly bullish momentum, so as long as the bullish momentum is strong, you should be safe even if you use a really small time frame support. But if it flips, then the chances of it flipping against you and closing you out is also high because your stop loss is really, really tight. It's only 5 pips. So 1 GJ candle on the 5 minute is already 15. It will pull back to 135.95. I think it'll pull back to 100 first.
Yeah, the same level.
Any idea what caused this? No, there was no news. It was just strong bullish momentum coming from the close in the 4-hour close in London. That's about it. Between 5:30 till when Raja starts, this is very common. Yep. Manish earlier, so just be careful of the Canadian news just now. The Canadian news data, okay? If you're trading GCAT. I think I forgot to say. Yeah.
Thank you. What I've done is I've actually moved my stop loss to the buy price. I just want to let it run.
Where did you enter?
So I entered at 1.70072.
Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, such a big candle. Yes, definitely. You want to protect the trade.
70072.
Oh, sorry, my bad. 0072. Ah, okay. Yeah, this is fine because ideally you don't want to see this zone breaking, right? So if price makes such a big move up and it still can break back below this zone means your trade is not good anymore. So yeah, I think you did the right thing. Plus right now, the 30-minute just and the hourly close with barely any top wick. So if you might want to secure a little, just my 2 cents. Yeah, there's no top wick, so it usually when this happens, it pulls back. Yeah, then you can get in again because then you'll be using your profits for the next trade, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I think I should do the 50.
Yeah, it's just because this is an hourly candle, so that's why I'm paying a bit more attention to the fact that it doesn't have a top wick. And this zone that I drew earlier, it's fairly near it, so that could also be the reason why there's a rejection. Yeah, so it's the same thing on GJ, barely any top wick also. So if anyone's in, please secure your trades or protect your profits. So the fact that GJ actually had no top wick is good because now we will be able to come back down and then give us all another chance to enter. Some possibility. Yes, Shane, correct. That's what I'm looking at as well. I think with such a strong strong bullish move up, the retracement should not be that deep. Because if it's that deep, the probability of it flipping and coming back into this very dirty range here is a lot higher also. So we want to see the support formed at this higher zone versus the lower zone. Buys here. 125.30. I think I have the same. Yep. OG is the same exact level as me. I'm just waiting for buys above 125. Yep. Same thing. I find the opposite. The bigger the move, the bigger the correction or retracement. Interesting. The thing is, GJ has also formed lower highs. So, if the retracement is deep, I'd be more inclined to sell it actually, because if you look here, high, lower high, and then this one is forming an even lower high if you don't push and break past it. So I'll be a bit more cautious though.
It's a lower high with a higher low.
Yeah, it's like classic wedge. Danger, danger. I will wait for more confirmations. So in this case where there are a lot of mixed signals telling me that buys are possible, sells are also possible, I will wait for 30-minute confirmations, not 15. You look at the I'm not 100% so, but 80% of the time I see overcorrect the move and then range. Yeah, maybe, but yeah, like I just said, I would just wait for confirmations. Honestly, the trade up is not the best, because this area we gave GJ so much problems yesterday. So the trade up for these 20 pips is really, really not the best. Yeah. If you look at the 5-minute, you can see possible support that aligns with the 50% retracement. Where do I start drawing? Yes. Retracement of which candle? Daily time frame showing downward channel overall. If we respect 136 to 250 should see solid downward movement. Is 136. Yeah, I have this range here. So between 36, 5 and 35, 7. It's a very big range on the daily. I don't have the 36 too. Swing low to swing high off the 30-minute. Okay, let's see. I'm assuming you're talking about a FIPS, yes? I don't really draw my FIPS on the 30 because I find they don't really hold. Is it? I think the GBP should all be coming down now. Oh, GCAT still looks good. Not bad. Oh, GCAT is not very expensive. Interesting. Let's see. Oh, it's like GA and GN. Actually, Manish, GCAT is not really ranging. I mean, this.
To be honest, I just broke the range when the GU started going up. Sorry, not GU, GBP itself just started going.
Yeah. I mean, it's a really huge range, which is tradable. Even if you take it to this daily support here at 73, right? It's still tradable. Yeah. This is not as bad a range as the GU and GJ, to be frank. Yeah, this is really tradable.
Are you looking on a daily chart? Hang on.
Yeah, earlier I was looking at the daily, so I had my ranges just drawn up simply over here. So my resistance is at around 175, 184, and then my support is around 168, 300. Yeah, it's just very rough. It's just rough zones, but definitely the range is tradable till 1.73. Yeah. Versus if you look at GJ, even on the daily range, right? Just stuck in this. How many pips is this? 100 pip only. Versus yours. GCAT looks better actually. Yeah, but it's just you might want to either be out or at least your trade is already risk free before the news. Do you give support and stop loss and take profit? When I take a trade, I usually plot it. But I'm not a signals provider, so you might have a different take profit from me because of your trade management style, Danny.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It's coming down. Oh, but we're still early. Yeah, we still have one more zone here. Break below this, and still have this. 900. If it goes back in, then oh, it's gonna continue ranging.
Go back in, I will take a sell down.
Down to the bottom of the range.
No, as in if we go back to the consolidation area, I will take a sell and expect it to hit the daily low and maybe even breaking it.
Wow, break the daily. Maybe. But
Because this week up will be a liquidity grab down.
on the higher time frame, right?
Yeah. Because there's no reason for candle to go up and then just come back down again.
Correct. That would be a very big pickup.
I think the last time this happened, I think was when Trump tweeted something.
Like
After that, the
this,
next,
may come back.
I think longer than this. That time I was in the trade. Then it went down to about 80 pips drawdown. After the next moment, it just flew back up and positive another 40 pips. So it just went up down within 15 minutes.
Yeah, Trump tweets. Yeah, but there's still 4 more minutes. Nanda Roy, what would you want to know about EU? Ranging. So daily. What I see, daily is stuck in a range. So buys above maybe 189 till 193, and then sells below 183. But there is news later, so just trade it carefully. I'm looking at EJ. Oops. Might enter a buy soon. Let's see. How big is this? Ooh, it's only 13. How big is this? Okay, if new support forms here. You want to take it back up to 125. Yeah, I see the idea, but it's only 13 though. Would you want to consider GJ instead if there's new support that forms here? So what I'm seeing is the potential of it going to around 136, 350 or 25 pips. At least there's a bit more reward there.
AL,
Yes?
question.
Yes.
So I only started trading about March when we had lockdown in New Zealand.
Oh, you're from New Zealand. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Auckland. Whereabouts
Oh.
are you guys?
Sorry?
Whereabouts are you?
Singapore.
Singapore. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've noticed a lot of people trade in GJ. I mean, I definitely tried a lot of pairs, and I ended up with GCAD because it looked more stable and I could understand it more.
Yeah.
What's the reason for GJ? I mean, I think it's very volatile. The VIX are huge, and so why a lot of people trade in GJ?
Okay, I think because you started in March, you said.
Yes.
Okay, I think a lot of us here, they came over with me because of Raja. I don't know if you follow his stream as well.
I do. That's where I saw you, and I just refreshed my stream yesterday, and you came up, so I joined you.
Yeah, so I think it's a lot of us follow it because of that. But for me, the reason why I trade GJ, right? Because being in Singapore, I start at 5 a.m. Eastern. So at that point in time, GJ only has one all the way till I think I trade till about midnight now because of daylight savings. So for GJ, only one side of the currency pair is open, so I like it that way. Plus, I like that it is volatile.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get why it. Okay, to be frank, it's not easy for a beginner trader because it's really wiki. Versus, yeah, so I think that's why you're having a bit of problems placing your stops as well. So if you look at GCAT versus GJ, right? Each individual candle's move is not as big as GJ. So it's definitely less volatile. But the reason why I chose it is firstly, only one side is open and it has the volume and the volatility for it to push for bigger moves as well. Plus, GJ actually really respects structure. So like when I draw up my higher time frame zones, you see that when I expect it to pause at that area, it usually does. So, but then again, I've been analyzing this pair. I've been trading for about 7 years, and I think I've analyzed this pair proper for at least like a good more than half of that time. So you need to understand a certain pair quite well in order to trade it. Plus, one more other thing, GJ versus GCAT, right? GCAT is expensive for me. Yeah. So that's why that's why I don't take it. It's like GN and GA, I used to trade them as well, but they were more expensive than GJ. Yeah, but overall the GBPs are just volatile, and that's what you want in a pair anyway. If not, if you trade like EU or like AUD USD and NZD USD, it's definitely a lot slower. Yeah, so it's a preference thing, I think. So like GCAT, the issue with that, it's gonna be the same problem as GU. Once the US market opens, then you have two markets open affecting that currency pair. So that's why it's a bit more difficult to trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But if you can understand GCAT so far and you're comfortable with it, then I think you should just stick with it. Because the ideas are transferable anyway.
Absolutely. I think the GCAD is more respectable towards the quarter theory. So like just between, for example, 1.70 to 1.71, if you draw your quarters, it respects them really well. That makes it a lot easier to trade in it. That's my take.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we all see different patterns on... Okay, technically, whether you trade FIPS, you trade patterns, or you trade psychological levels, everything like that, right? To me, they are self-fulfilling prophecies. If enough people think that they are important, it will just bounce. It will have a reaction around those areas. Just like how I don't know if you know about FIPS, but FIPS all have their individual levels and they have like golden zones and stuff like that, right? So a lot of the times you see it bounce around those areas also. Yeah.
Now I've been trading in stocks last 3 years, but this Forex I wanted to try, and I think
I think it's a bit different though. Stocks you have a lot more news, I would think, to actually monitor compared to stocks. Compared to Forex. I think with Forex, as long as I just know roughly there's this news coming up for that day, either I avoid the timing or I just don't trade that pair. Yeah. Whereas for news, I think for stocks you really need to know the individual stock fairly well. Let's say before 8 a.m. can. What lot sizes do I trade on? I just take 1 to 2% risk at most per trade. Need to mark your chart support and resistance to understand G. Dollar, I don't get what you mean. Will you wait for bullish 30-minute close on the support or a 15? Ayla, I would wait for 30 because what's making me uncomfortable about going long on GJ is because if you look at all these resistances made, right, it's getting lower. So this actually just shows me that there's a lesser buying pressure to go back up to even 136,500. So I will wait for stronger confirmations on the 30, not the 15. Any room for GJ to move higher to test the weekly high? Where's the weekly high? Let's see. Wow, that's really high. Let's get past 136,500 then I can tell you whether it test the weekly high. Oh, I think you mean the one that's forming. This one? 136.6? It's tough, it's tough. Those institutional levels won't work long term for consistent. I don't trade off them. I just know that if I'm trading into that kind of psychological level, I'll pay more attention to it. But it's not an entry criteria for me. I only trade EU. Why is GJ preferable? So Nanda, like I mentioned earlier, EU is slower. Definitely, it's a bit more manageable. I like volume, and I like having only one currency being affected when I am trading it. Whereas EU has both markets open, so the Europe market is open and the US market is open. So how did I start trading? I started with stocks also, and then I moved on to Forex. Don't you think trading can earn more than full-time job? Depends on your discipline, I guess, future way. So Ayla, previously you were asking if like you would take it off 15-minute support, right? So the fact that this bearish candle didn't really have a top wick, and this wick there is a tiny wick and it's technically lower than the previous one, so I would really be cautious taking a 15-minute support. Nanda, the EU is the most traded currency in the world, so you shouldn't really have much of an issue trading it, but just choose the timing that their markets are open. That's about it. So London and US, as long as they're open, you should have more volume on EU. Nick, did I join funded talent? No.
Five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10.
Mike, I trade I trade within 1 to 2% risk, so it depends. Sometimes it's the lot size will really vary. Um, Regarding Wix, some brokers have them and some don't. I was looking at UJ and one broker, there's one top week and then there's another one that doesn't have. Yeah, it's just like what Raja said. It's just how the market makers how they want to price their charts. So just choose one and then stick with it. Ooh, the YouTube is too fast for me. Back to what Raja said yesterday in his stream. Breakout then consolidate. Oh, you mean breakout from this consolidation zone 11?
Yes.
Yeah, and then consolidate. So you're thinking now it's going to consolidate within this area, 100 and 250.
Somehow like what happened yesterday.
Maybe. I don't know. I really don't like this new. So this new resistance closing like that is really confirmed that it's a lower high already. So it's very iffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dangerous. Let me know when Raja comes on, okay? Because the YouTube chat is really fast now. I'm like trying to catch up. If I miss anyone, I'm sorry. The chat is just moving too fast. Am I anticipating further bullish movement? Yes, but I am cautiously optimistic on the bullish movement. I know that's a very shitty answer, but yes. How do I look at charts? Wow, that's a very vague question. Are trading profits taxable in Singapore? I am not sure. I only know capital gains are not taxable, but I'm not a tax advisor. How do I like my magic keys? I like them very, very well. Not a must. I said it just now. It's not a must. It just helps me sometimes if I don't want to monitor my trades. What's your biggest pip gain from a single trade? Wow, my history is really long. 100 plus from a GBP pair. I think it was GA. 120 if I'm not wrong. Remember when there's only 20 to 30 people? Yeah, that's why the chat is moving a bit faster now. Thank you everyone. Price pushed all the way up there, but it is really nowhere. Still looking on the 1 hour chart on GJ, yeah. So with the double, triple bottom finally comes in, we might get a real move. Yes, I honestly trading between this area here, 300 to 500 is really messy. So just be careful.
I just did an impulse entry.
into the resistance.
Yeah.
Because of this rejection on the 30.
No, because of the 5-minute support.
Yeah, some of the guys on YouTube are seeing that also. Why not just like wait till it breaks, then form another 5-minute support, then take it. Instead of like here. Unless you entered here lah.
Yeah,
You entered on the second candle, is it?
correct.
Oh, okay, then that's fair. I thought you entered here. If it's here, then I'd rather wait until it breaks. Since you're staring at the 5. Yeah, CS. Magic keys are useless if you don't know how to trade. And if you don't have discipline. Yeah. Hey, L, any trades taken today? Nope. Not even on this big move. Nothing. So, this 30-minute should close. Sorry. This 15-minute support should close. But I'm not taking it. Because if we look at the 30-minute, right? It's been making lower highs. So I'm not comfortable. 30-minute resistance first, then impulse at break of high, or wait for 15-minute support possibly. Yes. Above 265. Nanda, do you tell me about tomorrow's big news? What do you want to know about it? It's just Bank of England interest rates. So interest rates news always affect. What?
Okay.
Roger started? Oh, okay, thank you.
Roger is starting the stream now.
Okay. Alright, hop over, guys.
Thank you, Al.
Yeah. Hypno, I'll answer you later if you join. Remind me. Okay, see you guys later.